Each year, more than 3 million people visit part of the Appalachian Trail, but only a fraction, about 3,000 people, conquer the trek from Georgia to Maine.
Kentucky, known for its quiet beauty and deep traditions, just became the center of something deeply disturbing. Hidden beneath the rolling hills and peaceful towns, something has been uncovered that defies belief. Could this discovery change everything we think we know about our world? Let us dig deeper into what is the most terrifying revelation of our time that caused the CIA to close all borders of the state so that nobody can leave. The endless depths of Mammoth Cave. Take Mammoth Cave, for instance. Known as the world's longest cave system, this underground labyrinth has over 400 miles of mapped passages, with recent exploration adding 8 more miles to its vastness. What's buried in those unexplored depths? Hidden chambers filled with rare formations have been found, housing ecosystems where life thrives without sunlight. Blind fish and crustaceans wander these dark rivers, adapting in ways scientists are just beginning to understand. But here's the real kicker. Could these caves connect to a much larger underground network, one that's waiting to reveal truths that challenge our understanding of life on Earth? Before we delve into this, it's clear that the discoveries in Mammoth Cave hint at something far greater than anyone could have predicted, and this won't be the only thing that will shock you.
Oh my gosh, this is so cool!
And then there are the fossils. In early 2024, paleontologists uncovered evidence of 2 ancient shark species in Mammoth Cave. These predators roamed prehistoric oceans over 300 million years ago, and their fossils tell tales of a world long forgotten. Using advanced imaging, researchers reconstructed the shark's skeletal structures, uncovering unique features that suggest they were apex hunters of their time. But fossils like these raise an even bigger question. If they remained hidden for so long, what else might be buried in Kentucky's ancient limestone walls? Could we be standing on remnants of creatures that might rewrite history? The land itself seems to guard its things fiercely. In 2023, a farmer stumbled upon over 700 Civil War-era gold coins in a cornfield, an event now known as the Great Kentucky Hoard. Dating back to the 1860s, these coins had been buried to avoid capture during the chaos of the Civil War. Some were in pristine condition, appraised at millions of dollars. Yet while treasure hunters flock to the area, the real question lingers. What else might lie just below the surface, hidden by time and forgotten by history? Kentucky's fields might be harboring more than just old coins. Could entire chapters of untold history be waiting to come to light? Turning to Kentucky's bourbon industry, we see a different side of the state, one that's as strange as it is flavorful. Producing 95% of the world's bourbon, the state owes its success to its unique geology. Limestone-filtered water, rich in minerals, combined with a climate of hot summers and cold winters, creates the perfect conditions for distilling. But recently, some distillers have taken to aging bourbon in caves, experimenting with how the unique underground environment might enhance their spirits. Could this be more than a marketing gimmick? What might these caves' uncharted conditions reveal about the delicate interplay between nature and tradition? Eastern Kentucky's Appalachian Mountains are yet another area brimming with untapped potential. This rugged region, with its deep valleys and ancient forests, has become a focal point for biodiversity studies. Scientists recently discovered unique plant species like the rare calypso orchid alongside newly identified insects. These findings highlight the fragility of the Appalachian ecosystem, but also hint at the possibility of even more hidden species. Could these forests hold plants with medicinal properties capable of curing modern ailments? The Appalachian story seems to unfold like an ancient book, each page revealing more than the last. Even more captivating is how Appalachia's cultural heritage intertwines with its natural wonders. Communities in the region continue to preserve traditions like bluegrass music, quilting, and storytelling, passing down knowledge through generations. Yet, with deforestation and climate change looming, the balance between preserving history and protecting nature becomes increasingly precarious. Could exploring the region's untold stories and natural wealth offer solutions to global challenges? Kentucky's natural and historical tapestry grows more intricate the deeper you look. The Mammoth Cave ecosystem alone poses questions about how life adapts in extreme conditions, while the fossil discoveries force us to rethink ancient marine ecosystems. The Great Kentucky Hoard shines a light on a turbulent chapter of Civil War history, while the Appalachian Mountains offer a glimpse into a world where nature and tradition coexist. Beneath every inch of Kentucky soil lies the possibility of something transformative, a discovery that could forever change the way we view this seemingly peaceful state. Leaving Mammoth Cave behind, we move to the Appalachian Mountains, where forests and hills hold even more surprises beneath their surface. The hidden treasures of River Gorge. The Appalachian Mountains have always held a special kind of power over people. Their towering peaks and deep valleys are like nature's whispers, inviting us to look closer. But what's beneath that rugged beauty? Hidden treasures, ancient artifacts, and life forms you wouldn't expect to find. The Appalachians promise that there's still more out there to discover, keeping explorers and scientists hooked. Take Kentucky's River Gorge, for example. This place is like a masterpiece painted by nature itself, with sandstone arches, sky-high cliffs, and trails that twist and turn like they have a story to tell. It's not just pretty, it's also a time capsule of ancient life. Archaeologists have dug up rock shelters and ceremonial items from Native Americans who lived here long ago. Could this have been their gathering place, filled with sacred rituals and stories passed down through generations? And it's not just the human history that's fascinating. The gorge hides things deep in its caves too. Scientists have found microorganisms living in extreme conditions, offering hope for creating new antibiotics or medicines. Imagine what else could be down there. Could these caves hold answers to medical problems we're still struggling to solve? The gorge is also a playground for hikers and climbers, but there's so much more to it. Rare plants, animals, and untouched ecosystems thrive here. What if even more undiscovered species are hiding, waiting to be found? Then there's the Appalachian forests and their surprises, like a tiny orchid discovered in 2024. With bright colors and a delicate shape, this orchid shows how fragile and rich these forests really are. The conditions here, moist soil, shade, and perfect humidity, create a haven for plants and animals alike. But all that is at risk because of deforestation and climate change. Will we lose species like this orchid before we fully understand what they mean? Now let's talk about something even older, the fossils at Big Bone Lick State Park. This place is like an open window to the Ice Age, filled with remains of mastodons, giant sloths, and other massive creatures. It's no wonder they call it the birthplace of American paleontology. These ancient giants were drawn to the area by salt licks, leaving their bones behind for us to find. The fossils tell us about their size, diet, and even how they interacted with the environment. But could early humans have been here too, hunting or scavenging these massive animals? The evidence might still be buried beneath the soil. And speaking of buried, how about the meteorite impact site discovered in western Kentucky in 2023? This ancient collision, dating back 100 million years, reshaped the land and left behind clues about Earth's violent past. The site is packed with deformed minerals and microscopic craters, showing the raw power of a meteorite strike. Studying these features gives scientists a rare chance to understand how such events shape not just the ground, but also the atmosphere and climate. Could similar impacts still affect our planet today? Kentucky's Carter Caves hide a world below the surface. These caves are like another universe, complete with underground rivers and species that can't be found anywhere else. Imagine creatures perfectly adapted to live in darkness, thriving where most life couldn't. What other hidden wonders could these caves be holding? Kentucky's underground world is like a hidden labyrinth carved out by time itself. These hidden waterways snake through the limestone-rich landscape, creating a web of caves, sinkholes, and rivers. Beneath the surface, life thrives in unimaginable ways. Blind fish and crustaceans have adapted to eternal darkness, surviving in fragile ecosystems that hold clues about life's resilience and evolution. Studying these systems doesn't just satisfy curiosity, it helps protect these delicate habitats from threats like pollution and careless tourism. From the tall mountains and deep forests of Appalachia, we head into the caves of Carter, nature's hidden maze. The Carter Caves are a geological marvel shaped by water over millions of years. As water worked its way through the limestone, it sculpted tunnels and chambers that now stretch into a vast underground maze. Exploring these caves reveals not just their beauty, but also their connection to the surface world. What's hidden below impacts what's above, raising questions about how intertwined these systems truly are. Imagine what other species or insights might still be waiting to be discovered in this subterranean realm. Meanwhile, the Adena mounds stand as reminders of a long-gone culture that flourished between 1000 and 200 BC. These earthworks, meticulously built layer by layer, were more than just burial sites. They were ceremonial grounds and possibly even territorial markers. Artifacts like pottery, tools, and decorative items crafted from copper and bone reveal the Adena's skill and connections to other societies. With ongoing excavations, we're uncovering more about how they lived and traded and how their culture left its mark far beyond Kentucky's borders. Technology like ground-penetrating radar is revolutionizing our understanding of these ancient sites. Without disturbing the land, researchers are revealing hidden features that deepen our appreciation of the Adena's ingenuity. However, as modern development encroaches, the need to protect these cultural landmarks becomes ever more pressing. Each mound tells a story, and losing one would mean losing a piece of history that can never be replaced. In 2019, Mammoth Cave delivered another surprise, the fossilized jaw of an ancient shark estimated to be 330 million years old. This wasn't just any fossil, it included cartilage, a rare find since cartilage usually decays too quickly to fossilize. This jaw belonged to a predator that once ruled a tropical sea where Kentucky now stands. The structure of the teeth and jaw hints at a fierce hunter, offering a rare glimpse into an ancient marine ecosystem. The surrounding limestone layers hold more than fossils. They hold the story of a prehistoric world. Each discovery adds a layer to our understanding of Kentucky's geological history. These finds aren't just about looking back, they're about piecing together how life evolved and thrived in environments vastly different from today. Imagine what else might be lying in wait, hidden beneath our feet, untouched for millions of years. The Kentucky Archaeological Survey plays a crucial role in uncovering these stories. Their work spans 64 counties, from prehistoric village sites to Civil War landmarks. These aren't just academic pursuits, they're efforts to connect communities with their past. Through workshops and excavation experiences, people get a chance to hold history in their hands. It's one thing to read about ancient pottery, it's another to unearth it yourself. Using advanced tools like GIS mapping and 3D artifact reconstruction, the survey continues to reveal new details about Kentucky's past. They found burial mounds, forgotten villages, and historic homesteads, each contributing to a fuller picture of the region's history. These efforts don't just protect artifacts from urban sprawl, they ensure the stories behind them are preserved for generations to come. What other chapters of history might still be buried, waiting for their turn to be told? Kentucky's limestone-rich geology also holds a treasure trove of fossils. From ancient sharks to Ice Age giants, the state's rocks have preserved snapshots of life from millions of years ago. Places like Big Bone Lick and Mammoth Cave are just the beginning. Each fossil unearthed isn't just a relic, it's a key to understanding ecosystems that once thrived in now unrecognizable landscapes. What things do these stones hold, and how do they change our view of the world we think we know? As researchers dig deeper, literally and figuratively, into Kentucky's past, it becomes clear how interconnected everything is. Ancient marine fossils tell us about the seas that shaped the land. The Adena mounds speak of a culture's ingenuity and connection to the world around them. And the caves, with their blind fish and hidden rivers, remind us how much life can adapt and thrive in the most unexpected places. Each discovery pulls back another layer, leaving us to wonder, what else is out there, waiting to be found? After looking at Kentucky's natural wonders, we now explore America's greatest landmarks. America's natural marvels, waiting to be explored. The United States has more natural landmarks than most countries dream of, and they're nothing short of jaw-dropping. Take the Grand Canyon in Arizona, for example. It's a massive scar on the earth carved by the Colorado River over millions of years, stretching 277 miles long, up to 18 miles wide, and over a mile deep in some spots. The layers of rock here tell a story of nearly 2 billion years, making it one of the best spots to see what Earth has been through. But seriously, have you ever seen a place that can make you feel so tiny yet so amazed? Then there's Yosemite National Park in California. This place has everything from towering granite cliffs to giant sequoias that make regular trees look like toothpicks. Climbers from all over drool over landmarks like El Capitan and Half Dome, while the waterfalls here are nothing short of magical. The park's ecosystems are home to everything from black bears to rare birds. And honestly, where else can you hike, spot wildlife, and feel like you're walking through a postcard? Yellowstone National Park spans Wyoming, Montana, and Idaho and is practically a natural wonder factory. It's the world's first national park, established back in 1872, and it's famous for geothermal features like Old Faithful, a geyser that shoots water high into the air like clockwork. There's also the Grand Prismatic Spring, with colors so vibrant it's like nature's tie-dye. Bison roam freely here, wolves howl at night, and bears, well, you probably don't want to meet one up close. Niagara Falls, sitting on the border between New York and Canada, is a showstopper. It's not just one waterfall, but three: Horseshoe Falls, American Falls, and Bridal Veil Falls. Together, they pour more water than you can imagine every second, creating mist and rainbows that draw tourists like a magnet. The roar of the falls is unforgettable, and if you're not careful, it'll drown out your thoughts too. Glacier National Park in Montana is like stepping back in time to when glaciers ruled the land. There are over 700 miles of trails here, leading you through rugged mountains, glacial lakes, and forests packed with wildlife like mountain goats and grizzly bears. The Going to the Sun Road is a must-see drive that delivers views so stunning you'll probably stop every few minutes for photos. Utah's Zion National Park is all about towering red cliffs and narrow canyons carved by the Virgin River. Zion Canyon is a masterpiece of nature, with trails like Angel's Landing that challenge even seasoned hikers. The views from the top? Worth every drop of sweat. Bryce Canyon National Park, also in Utah, looks like it belongs on another planet. The hoodoos, those weird spire-like rock formations, are like nature's sculptures. The colors shift with the light, making every moment here feel like a painting in progress. Arches National Park is yet another Utah gem with over 2,000 natural stone arches. Delicate Arch is the star here, but honestly, every corner of this park feels like an art gallery made by wind and water. The Great Smoky Mountains, straddling Tennessee and North Carolina, are known for their mist-covered peaks and incredible biodiversity. It's the most visited national park in the U.S., and for good reason. From scenic drives to hiking trails, there's no shortage of ways to take in the beauty of this Appalachian treasure. In Florida, the Everglades National Park is a sprawling subtropical wilderness. It's home to manatees, alligators, and more bird species than you can count. The wetlands here play a vital role in keeping the ecosystem balanced, but they're also an amazing place to explore by boat or on foot. Denali National Park in Alaska is home to North America's tallest peak, Denali, which stands at over 20,000 feet. The park's 6 million acres are filled with everything from tundra to glaciers, making it a haven for animals like caribou and wolves. If you're looking for remote, untouched beauty, this is it. Crater Lake National Park in Oregon features the country's deepest lake, formed by a collapsed volcano. The lake's blue waters are unreal, and the cliffs surrounding it make the whole scene feel otherworldly. Mount Rainier National Park in Washington is dominated by its namesake, a towering stratovolcano covered in glaciers. Surrounding it are lush meadows filled with wildflowers, making it a photographer's dream. Arizona's Monument Valley, with its iconic sandstone buttes, is what most people picture when they think of the American West. These towering formations rise straight out of the desert floor and have been the backdrop for countless movies. Death Valley National Park, spread across California and Nevada, is the definition of extremes. It's the hottest, driest, and lowest place in North America, but it's also full of beauty, from salt flats to sand dunes. Acadia National Park in Maine offers a rugged coastline, granite peaks, and dense forests. Cadillac Mountain, one of the park's highlights, provides breathtaking views of the Atlantic Ocean. Hawaii Volcanoes National Park on the Big Island is where you can see Earth being created in real time. Active volcanoes like Kilauea spew lava, shaping the land and offering a rare glimpse into the planet's inner workings. The Channel Islands National Park off the California coast protects a unique ecosystem. These islands are like time capsules, home to species found nowhere else. Mesa Verde National Park in Colorado preserves ancient cliff dwellings built by the ancestral Puebloans. These structures offer a window into the lives of people who lived here over 700 years ago. Each of these natural landmarks tells a story about the Earth's past and present. Whether it's towering mountains, deep canyons, or lush wetlands, there's no shortage of wonder to explore. Is what emerged in Kentucky just a natural occurrence, or could it be a sign of something far more sinister beneath the surface? Share your thoughts and remember to like and subscribe for more.